So in this video, we're going to compare these two auto emptying vacuums, and I'm going to be telling you the major differences between them. And the Eureka over here is more of a budget option, and then the Shark is a more expensive option. And I put these through a good amount of tests, and with our household specifically, we have 2 cats and 3 dogs, so we have a lot of pet hair. All right, first I'm going to give you all a closer look, and we're going to talk about the main differences between the charging base and emptying dock. So as you can see, the Eureka has a way bigger base at the bottom. So with the base on this one, it will flash this little indicator when the dust bin is full. With the Shark, it doesn't have anything like that, but it has this see-through section right here so you can see when it's full. In the Eureka, the dust bag looks like this. You have to pull it out. So this one has the bags that you have to change out when they're full. So with the Shark here, with the dustbin, you just hit this button, you can take it off. So this one doesn't have any bags. If you hit this button, the bottom will open up and you can dump it like that. So I'm really a fan of how this one, you don't have to worry about replacing the bags. And with the Eureka, you can mount the 2 tools on the charging base, and you can just take them out like that, and you can pop them right back in. So it comes with the crevice tool, and it has this little brush tool right here as well. So with the Shark on the base, it has one slot where you can store this tool right here. It's like a little crevice tool, and you can flip up the brush like that with this one. And it also comes with this tool right here, so it doesn't have any space on the charging base for it. My wife is a huge fan of this tool. This is perfect for like cleaning our couches, and when you want to use the hand tool feature. I really like this one right here. All right, so moving up with the Eureka, when you want to empty it, when you put it on the base, you have to press this button for the emptying to start. So with the Shark right here, it will auto empty. So as soon as you put it on the base, it will automatically start to empty, and you don't have to press a button. But it does have this button right here. This is the nighttime, I think it's called the nighttime mode. So if I dock it, you'll see that it doesn't empty, but if I press this button, it will start to empty. So this is perfect if you're cleaning at night, you don't want to make a lot of noise, you can just hit the nighttime feature. So now I'm going to do a demo of the auto emptying for both of these, just so you can hear how they sound. All right, so we have the Eureka first, just going to press this. All right, so now we're going to do the Shark, so we're going to mount it, and it should start. All right, so now let's talk about some of the major differences and features of the actual vacuums. When it comes to the weight of the Shark is a little bit lighter, and the thing with the Shark, how it moves is just super smooth. That's something that my wife points out a lot. It just glides super smooth when you're using it. And the Eureka is not as smooth. It's not an issue, it still glides fine. And it's also just very top heavy, so when you're using it, it just feels a little bit weird because it's so light at the bottom. Next, let's talk about the cleaning mode. So with the Shark, you get the auto mode, the eco mode, and then you have your high suction mode. With the Eureka, it has a low, middle, and high suction mode. So very similar when it comes to the modes. Now the Shark here does have a standout feature where it will optimize the brush roll based on the type of floor that you're on. So when you're using it, you will notice in certain situations the brush roll will increase or it will decrease, so it's optimizing for the best cleaning. So right now this is the low mode, this is the middle mode, and then that is the high mode. It's pretty loud on the high mode. And you can see it has lights. All right, let's try max suction. This is on max mode. Now something I want to show is how low these go. So the Eureka can go all the way flat, but you can see with the Shark, the battery and handle kind of stops it. So it can't go all the way flat, but it can still go low. And this is how the brushes look. They both have the design where it's tangle free, so you don't have to worry about the hair getting all tangled up. And this is the dustbin for the Eureka, so you can see the size of that. And this right here is the one of the Shark. You can see the Shark is way smaller, and that's just a look of the Shark one when it's connected. This one can definitely fill up fast. Now let's talk about performance when it comes to these. Now both of these can clean really well, even in a household that has a lot of pets, a lot of pet hair. They can both handle that. Now I do think that the Shark handles our household a little bit better having a lot of pets. It does seem like the suction is stronger with the Shark, and it just seems like it gets deeper when it comes to the cleaning. Now the Eureka is no slouch when it comes to performance. I have noticed when using it that I like to use the middle to high suction mode. On the low suction mode, it does clean and the suction is decent, but it's not as strong as I'd like. Now I just want to share my final thoughts and who I think these vacuums are for. Now both of these are great vacuums, like I said, but in terms of just quality, features, and performance, specifically with a household that has a lot of pets and a lot of pet hair, I have to go with the Shark when it comes to those things. So if you value things like that, if you're looking for the highest quality you can get in performance and features, then you may look into getting the Shark here. Now the Eureka doesn't offer some of the features that the Shark does, but I do think the Eureka is still great value for what it has to offer. So I think this one is perfect if you're on a budget. And I would also say if you're looking to get your first auto emptying vacuum, this is definitely a great choice.